Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation. My topic today is information security using GNU Privacy Guard. The contents of my presentations will cover the motivation behind this topic, a little bit of a background on cryptography. We'll discuss in detail about RSA algorithm and the GNU Privacy Guard. We'll also discuss in detail about recent research developments in this area, merits and demerits, few recommendations, applications, a few countermeasures, followed by conclusion. The motivation of this work is for the following reasons. First is the privacy, which is a very well known fact, integrity, authentication, and non repudiation. By when I say non repudiation, I mean a sender should not later be able to deny sending a message. A little bit of a background on cryptography. The principle of cryptography underpins GNUPG. The study and application of mathematics to encrypt and decrypt data is referred to as cryptography. Uh, uh, Cryptography is the means of securely transmitting communication across an insecure medium. It operates against cryptanalysis, which is the study of analyzing and breaking secure communications. As a result, implementing GNUPG necessitates knowledge of cryptography and cryptanalysis, the combination of which is known as cryptology. What are the types? There are two major types here. One is symmetric key crypto. Within this, what we basically have is the symmetric key crypto. It's a key that is used to encrypt a message in this encryption system, and the same key is used to decrypt the encrypted message. Symmetric key cryptography is further broken down into two classes: stream ciphers and block ciphers, which is AF1 and RC4 are two examples of stream cipher algorithms. The discovery of the key is the sole way to decrypt a symmetric cipher. If the key is unknown, there are approximately 2 to the power of 128 possible decryption combinations for a 128-bit key. Coming to asymmetric key crypto. So previously the second type now is the asymmetric key crypto. Within this, the different keys are employed in this cryptography technique to encrypt a message and decrypt the encrypted message. This type of key crypto system is also known as a public key cryptography. A public key is used to encrypt a communication and a private key is used to decrypt the encrypted message. Knapsack, RSA, Diffie-Hellman, which we will discuss in the going forward, are few examples. Asymmetric crypto algorithms are built on unproven assumptions such as factoring large numbers and computation of discrete algorithms. These are very similar to PNP complexity problems in classical computer science. Hence, the security of asymmetric key crypto algorithms can be debated. There are merits and demerits to each type of crypto system. That is, symmetric encryption is much faster when compared to asymmetric encryption. However, asymmetric crypto system makes communication easier and reliable with an unknown third party. Moving ahead, discussing about the Diffie-Hellman algorithm. In this algorithm, first of all, the public key algorithm, it was published in 1976 by Whitfield Diffie and Martin Hellman. In this mechanism, what happens is Tom and Jerry, for example, selects a large prime number n and another number g. Tom selects a random large integer a and sends it to Jerry. Jerry selects a random large integer b and sends it to Tom. Now Tom performs the computations, that is y to the power of a mod n. Similarly, Jerry performs the computation. The keys k and k2 performed by Tom and Jerry, which is equal to g to the power of ab mod n, which it cannot be determined by a third party. This will be the final key. Now, what about discussing about the RSA algorithm? This was performed by three people: Rivest, Shamir, and Aluminium. There are, let's say, consider we have two large prime numbers p and q. A number n is computed, that is n equal to pq. Now, a number e is selected such that it's relatively prime, which is p minus 1 into q minus 1, and then a multiplicative inverse is performed on top of this. Now, the encryption calculation is m mod n. Now, to be able to decrypt, to reveal the message, we'll use c mod n. Now, moving ahead to PGP and OpenPGP, Pretty Good Privacy was an encryption program based on the encryption algorithm described in the previous section. Phil Zimmermann created it in 1991. Based on this, OpenPGP, a standard for encrypted or signed messages specified in RFC 2440 from November 1998, was created. With regards to GNU Privacy Guard, it is basically a work based on open. This is a work based on OpenPGP. It is a free open source implementation and does not use any patented algorithm. So GNUPG is a hybrid encryption algorithm uh, in the sense that it capitalizes on the metrics of symmetric key algorithms for speed and asymmetric key algorithms for the ease of security key distribution. That is, a plain text message is encrypted using a symmetric key algorithm, and the key of the symmetric key session is encrypted using an asymmetric key algorithm. The plain text message is also compressed in the initial phases to eliminate redundancy to aid cryptanalysis. Secure Shell and SMIME are supported by GNUPG. GNUPG has been free since its inception and can be freely distributed under GNU General Public License. Here's the encryption using GNU Privacy Guard. You can clearly see the way it floats. A plain text is encrypted using session key 1, then a ciphertext and encrypted session key is enclosed within this, and then you can see it in the block diagram. Finally, you'll have session key 1 is encrypted with a public key 1. Going ahead, the algorithms supported by utilizes the AES symmetrical algorithm by default and has recently added support for the IDEA encryption algorithm. GNUPG support for various algorithms has been expanded as of version 2.2 as shown in the table. Here's a detailed information on recent research developments in GNUPG. I'll talk point by point regarding this. With regards to implementation of elliptical curve cryptography, basically ECC is a new cryptographic algorithm that provides the same level of security with smaller key sizes compared to the traditional algorithms. GNUPG has implemented ECC for better encryption and faster processing. This development makes GNUPG more efficient and secure. With regards to automatic key discovery, GNUPG 2.3 introduced a new feature called AutoCrypt Level 1, which enables automatic key discovery and encryption. This feature is designed to make it easier for users to encrypt their emails without the need for manual key management. Hardware security. This also includes support for hardware security tokens such as YubiKeys. This allows users to store their private keys on a secure hardware device rather than on their computer or mobile device, providing an additional layer of protection against key theft or compromise. YubiKey is one of the most secure. It is primarily used in multiple corporate organizations, and it is one of the secure ways of saving the data. Implementation of Web Key Directory WKD is a mechanism that allows users to publish and discover public keys over the web. GNUPG has implemented WKD, which is a Web Key Discovery Directory, making it easier for users to find and verify the public keys to other users. This development improves the usability and security of GNUPG. Moving ahead to the implementation of MDC, it's a mechanism that detects any unauthorized modification of encrypted data. GNUPG has implemented MDC, making it more difficult for attackers to modify encrypted data. It also enhances the security of GNUPG. How about the with regard to the improved usability? GNUPG has historically been known for its complex command line interfaces, which can be intimidating for new users. However, recent improvements in the user interface, such as the Cleopatra graphical interface, have made it easier for users to manage their keys and encrypt their communications. With regards to the security, with regards to the security research, ongoing research is being conducted to identify and mitigate potential security vulnerabilities in GNUPG. For example, researchers at the University of Illinois Chicago, they've developed a new tool called GNUS, which can identify and report on security vulnerabilities in GNUPG configurations. These research developments in GNUPG have improved its security functionality and usability. It also remains an essential tool for secure communication and data encryption, and these developments make it even better. Let's discuss a little bit on the merits and the demerits of GNUPG. We've seen in the previous slides, we saw a lot of research and research developments in GNUPG. With regards to demerits, I would like to jump to the demerits. With regards to the demerits, there are several limitations to the software tool for the reason that GNUPG has not been written as an application programming interface. It's not an API that may be integrated into other softwares. As a solution to this limitation, there was GNUPG Made Easy, which is GNUME, which was created as an API wrapper for GNUPG integration into other software tools. GNUME parses the output from GNUPG and provides a stable and maintainable API between software tools and GNUPG. Still, an out-of-process call is required, and it poses security risks beyond the cryptographic security actually provided by GNUPG. Moving ahead to the recommendations, the following are the certain challenges in the use of GNUPG. The key finding is cumbersome and restricted. Fair enough, this is not a per second limitation of GNUPG, rather it is a holdover from the distributed key repositories created in the 1990s. However, this challenge was limited by the introduction of GNUPG 2.3, which has the capability of automatic key discovery. Depending on the target platform, the key management interface may not be the most user-friendly. Any external integration such as key request, use monitoring, and so on is not part of GNUPG and must be built by the user. If a package does not support GNUPG, one may have to devise workarounds because few security vendors allow the integration of third-party encryption tools. What are the alternate tools? While GNUPG is a widely used encryption and digital signature tool, there are other alternatives available that provide similar functionality. One such alternative is OpenSSL, an open source implementation of the Secure Sockets Layer and Transport Layer Security Protocol. Another alternative is LibreSSL, a fork of OpenSSL that was created in response to security issues found in OpenSSL. Additionally, there are proprietary encryption tools available such as Symantec's GPGP Desktop and Microsoft's BitLocker. Although these tools may not be as widely used due to their closed source nature, ultimately the choice of tool or software will depend on individual user preferences, the level of security needed, and the specific use case. If we talk about the applications of GNU Privacy Guard, the following are the applications: encryption and decryption of messages and files, creation of digital signatures for application of versatile key management, creation of public key and private key, management of large number of keys, certification of keys, revoking and disabling keys. Moving ahead with the attacks and probable countermeasures that we should be taking. If we talk about the attacks of GNU Privacy Guard, when used for email encryption, GNUPG is extremely vulnerable to chosen ciphertext attacks, in which the receiver acts as an unsuspected decryption oracle. A countermeasure to fail such attacks is witnessed when data is compressed before encryption. The side channel attack is possible on different versions of GNUPG because it does not reliant on an operating system or VM monitor flaws or memory shared by the target with the offender. Different methods can be used to avoid the attack that uses the algorithm of sliding window exponentiation and fixed GNUPG. These include exponent blinding that develops two paths for the exponent followed by modular exponentiation and merging. Alternatively, fixed window exponentiation or constant time implementation can be incorporated to avoid information leak. However, these may introduce two other weaknesses. In conclusion, what I would like to say is GNUPG is basically fundamentally a tool that can be used to enhance data communication security. It has several advantages, including the use of strong, difficult to crack encryption, the use of a private key and a public key scheme that eliminates the need to transfer passwords for messages, encryption for self-use, encryption of email messages, and so on. It has the disadvantage of using public keys instead of passwords, which means that data is only shared with the people who are implicitly trusted. Even recipients are expected to have GNUPG installed in their systems for email encryption, and the use of standalone email clients necessitates the installation of GPU-PG plugin, as well as standalone maintenance and upgrading of the GPU-PG plugin, without which the plugin becomes corrupted. Despite its flaws, GNUPG remains one of the best tools for encrypting emails, messages, and files. It should be treated as a link in the chain of encryption rather than as an end of result. It has been integrated into different packages and the user interface could be made better. The inefficient user interface is a hurdle in the use of the tool, and it is recommended that the GNUPG tool is operated all the time to keep the communication link secure rather than using it intermittently. Research effort needs to be spent on overcoming the shortcomings and implementing of user-friendly graphical user interfaces for GNUPG. Thank you so much for being patient and listening to my presentation. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.